Good morning, everyone. Let's put the coffee cup away, and we'll go get our first project of the day. Let's go over here. Here we go. This Les Paul, a minor headstock repair. Didn't break all the way off, but it had an open crack, and you don't want your cracks to be open. We just discussed how to properly wet your crack and lube your crack and glue your crack. So we think our crack is closed now. Let's take a look, see what we got. That, come on, focus. There we go. That right there. Looks like it's had possibly another, I don't know if both of these were breaks. I forget which one was actually open. Can I feel it? Probably that one. Definitely up to the board. So had to be fixed and should be good to go. Let's flip it over here and do our test. Let's see. What do you think? Make you guys nervous doing this with a Les Paul? It's defying gravity. Oh, and by the way, this is a 70 Les Paul, so it's plenty heavy. I'd say our crack repair was successful. And don't care if you want to freak out about me doing that. Here, I'll do it again. Woohoo! I know. The customer's gonna never ever, I'll put my clamp away. Never ever gonna bring his stuff to me again. You'd never bring your stuff to me. Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna send him this video. So, here, one more time. Woo! All right. Enough poking the trolls. Let's see. So, we are halfway done with our fret levelage. This one had to have a lot of crowning done, so I had to take a break in between. And now we're gonna sand it out. I'll time-lapse all that boring stuff, and we will finish it up. Okay. Let's make sure there's no, I can feel a little bit of glue there, so I'm gonna heat up some water, and then we'll clean that off, clean out the nut slot, and do that, and we'll finish up the fret leveling. It's a cool guitar. I'm a little jealous, but that's okay. And let's see, let's pause, we'll get some hot water and get you guys up in the holder. Pause. Okay, we're back. Got my necessary supplies. And let's see, you guys want to see what's going on this end. So I'm just gonna take my heated up water in this chunky salsa jar. It's important that the chunky salsa, you don't want thin salsa for headstock repairs. Definitely chunky is better. So we'll just dip our rag in there. Ooh, that's hot. That's hot. It's not ready for that being that hot, even though I just heated that water. Also, what hot water does for old Gibson finishes is you can get rid of a lot of that finger funk that makes these finishes all sticky. Overspray these things and with guitar polish and have your rag all of a sudden be like it's get stuck in the mud. It's because it's basically what it's doing. Certain polishes will make this old sticky lacquer and all the finger slime from the years will make it like reactivate, and you can't polish it out. It makes a cloudy spot. But if you take a little bit of warm water, you can get rid of a lot of that. I know. I like all the old dirt. Cool. Play dirty guitars then. Okay. I'm not going to go super crazy on cleaning this thing up because it's definitely it's a player. Swing that back out. All right. Cool. Back to the sanding part. What we're also going to do after that is put the nut back in. It had that custom cardboard shim underneath it, which is just the best material in the world for tone transfer. So we'll see it. They obviously put that under there because the nut was probably buzzing, or the strings were buzzing at the first fret. So I'm assuming the slot was low somewhere. I'm figuring those, as much as I had to take down those frets, it's probably going to all equal out. If not, I've got another Gibson nut that looks about the same size. We can put in there, or if I have to, I can make a bone nut, but I'd rather not have to make a nut for this thing right now. So yeah, let's get back to the boring parts. Finish that up. Where's my fret guard thingy? How'd that get over there? We'll put that over there. And again, I'm sure if you've seen my videos, I don't mask almost nothing off except for this when I was doing the ends, because I didn't want to ding it up anymore. But I mean the fretboard, I don't ever mask off the fretboard. I use one of these. I also said I don't leave tape on guitars, but here we are. Here we are, me lying about it. That's right. Sometimes we forget. No damage. Cool. I didn't think this was going to be a problem. Again, this one has such a layer of funk on it. Let's see here. Ooh, I don't want to start with, what am I doing? It's my first day. Let's see, let's start with some 220. And we're going to work our way up to 600, and then steel wool it, and then buff it out. So, all right, here goes the time lapse. Enjoy. All right, we're back at this point. Let's employ the air gun. Okay, excellent. So, what was that? Thought I heard something. Hold on, check. Pause. All right, hearing things, obviously. Let's see where. Oh yeah. So, check this out. Another one bites the dust. I've worn through so many of these things. That's starting to go. Yeah, oh well. They're cheap but effective. Other things I was doing that some guys don't do. Let's see. So these sanding blocks are great for getting that nice smooth around the edges feel. If you've just done a fret end job, or just if you want to make the board feel less sharp. This used to be, I think, they're a 220. It's not anymore. It's definitely not a 220. And this, I think, originally was a 320. It's more like a 6. So I just hit the edges with that. It definitely helps because the soft, the padded nature of it definitely gives it a nice rounded feel without really taking a lot of material away. Check it out. Try it sometime. Let's see. We are going to now use some your mother's metal polish on this fingerboard. Works very well. It's my favorite way of polishing frets. Take a little paper towel applicator type of thing. Whoop, I lost a chunk. Oh well. And just kind of get it lightly coated, and just kind of gently just let it brush the top of the frets. Get plenty on there. It's okay if it gets on the board. Stuff's very messy though, so little goes a long way. If you're wearing black, get it off your hands because you'll have white spots all over you. All right, let's pick this. That's my dirty rags. Clean up a little bit before we go out there. Get this crap out of the way. There. Put this over here so don't spill it. And our OCD sandpaper organizer over there. All right, we're gonna go out back. I don't have the our neck cam mount broke, so Brett's gonna come out with version 2.0, right, Brett? And we'll meet you guys out there. Pause. All right, ready? Contact. Turn down. All right, let's head back to the bench here. I think I can carry everything all at once now. All right. Sorry about the shoes squeaking. That's weird. All right, back to the bench. You guys can chill here for a second. Let me put the guitar down. All right, there we go. Let's put you back in the mount. All right, here, check this out first. It's the Mothers. It works. There we go. There we go. Nice and shiny. There we go. All right, swing it out. Put this over here. Now we're going to clean off the buffer slime. Don't want customers' hands getting all covered in crap. Where's our mostly dirty rag? Here we go. And that's just naphtha or lighter fluid. I can't remember if that's, but yeah, look at that. Yeah. Could also be all the old funk from the board. It's mostly buffer slime. Let's hit that again. Let's do it again. Another. That's almost empty. That's better. Okay. Next, we're going to throw on some of our Howard's Feed and Wax. This bottle's almost empty. It's mostly liquid now, but that's all right. It'll still work. Come on. Oh, don't squirt me. Okay. Nozzle gets clogged. Likes to squirt you when it comes out. That's definitely what she said. That just kind of hydrates the board. And let's see. Next. Let's clean up these, let's clean up our nuts. How about that? Our nuts are kind of dirty. So I'll clean off this sticky crap and crusty crap. We don't want crusty crap on your nuts. No crusty nuts. Nobody appreciates crusty nuts. Oh, I dropped my nut. I nutted on the floor. It's almost there. Ooh. This was the original. It had the, or whatever, this came, probably may not be the original, but this is what came on it. You can feel the rest of that paper being, well, it's paper boogers. All right, I think our nut has been thoroughly cleaned. This one anyway. We'll clean up this one just in case we need it. We're ready to go. Yeah, that's better. Much better. Yeah, it's gonna be close. We'll see. Okay, let's clean off our sanding block. A little bit of air gun action. Look how much that stuff's sunk into the board. You can see where it's like already sinking in. This is pretty dry. This is probably a Brazilian board, right? That would have been on this. Pretty neat. 1970. All right, so before we glue our nut in, we're going to make sure our nut is the right height. Okay. And I already tightened up the tuners. Oh, these need a little bit of tension there. Come on. Oh, are those? Yeah, they are. Okay. Oh. No, that's why it's not working. I have the wrong tool. There. All right. Excelente. Let's get us some strings. And we will get this thing in final stages. All right, I think that's it. All right, let me find some strings and we'll be right back. Pause. Boom, there we go. That's what we're going with. Found a pack of 10s, or a pack of 10s that was open with strings missing in the case. So we're gonna go for some the Dario 10s, my personal favorites. And let's get that off of there. Excellent. Oh, a little bit of, hit the tip of that switch, just the tip with the buffer. Let's clean that off. There we go. All right. Hopefully this finish isn't too gooey. It didn't seem too gooey on the back. We'll see how this works out. That could. Is it sticky? No, good. And sometimes finish gets really sticky with polishes. Yeah, this headstock is pretty. Been a while since this been cleaned, I think. That's okay. Oh, out of there. Oh, nut on the ground again. Okay, so I'm gonna wait to glue it, just in case it's too low. And you know, you don't even have to glue them. You don't have to take them back out to glue them either. You just wick a little bit of thin super glue along the edge and it'll be fine. And that's what we shall do. So let's start on the outs. Put the outside two strings on first. Get an idea. That'll tell us right away if it's too low. Let's see. We need bridges. We need parts. Other parts. Let's get these out. Okay. For those who didn't see the first part, or I don't know, this will probably be a whole video. I have no idea. Neat, huh? I like it. Let's get that in, like, come on. There we go. Good and tight. Oh, yeah, this thing looks pretty dirty in there. Let's give that a cleaning. All right, I'm gonna hit it with some deoxit actually, because it's good for cleaning off oxidation, hence the name, and it evaporates, so it's not gonna leave an oily mess. I may oil the, I'll oil the screws anyway, but just for cleaning purposes. Make sure you bring your toothbrush in. You can use the same toothbrush at home too. Just remember to take it with you back and forth. All right, that looks a lot better. Now hit it with some air gun action. Look at all that. Tell you, if you guys do this and you don't have air in your shop, get air in your shop. It's the handiest thing in the world. All right, let's give that a wipe down. Cool. Now I'm going to give it a little bit of oil on the screws there. I'm gonna be careful. My oiler it started to break. I'm gonna get a new one. But if I'm gentle, it won't come shooting out the top. This is just good maintenance, you know. All right, there we are. That back where it goes. Now we're ready for strings, right? So back to, we'll do the high one first. All right, cool. There's one. And dose. So, ready? Incoming Bosch. Oh, you guys haven't seen what's happening, are you? There we go. Oh, now you've seen the light. You've seen the light. Oh, my nut's tilting. Trying to come out. Catch it. That sounds promising. Those are plenty high. I bet that'll end up being fine. Let's put the other strings back on, shall we? Oh, let go. Let go. Why? As usual. No silly loose ears knots. Let go. All right, here we go. I do like these Shaler roller bridges. If you got to have a roller bridge. I've used that one on my SG with the Gibson Bigsby, which it helped a little bit, but those are the worst as far as staying in tune trems ever. They're just so, you look at them, they go out of tune. Looks cool, but, oh, come on, mess that up. There we go, get out of there. Okay, more Bosch. Cool, I think, oh yeah, we got plenty of room. Those nut slots are even going to have to go down a little bit, I think. Let's double check, make sure our neck isn't all warped. No, it's pretty good for right now. Still got a little bit of a uptick here at the end of the board. So I kind of mitigated it as much as I could with the fret leveling, but these frets are about as low as they're going to go, so there's only so much you can do without a full refret, and that'll have to be next time. Get our action down there. That looks pretty good. Okay, let's tune her up. Where am I? Oh, there it is. Hey, our wiring still works. Cool. Good. Turn on tuner. Stretchy. Always stretch your strings out a few times. I'm not even worried about it being in perfect tune right now. We just want to get it up to tension. Switches. A little twisted. Oh. All right, let's clip our ends. See if our neck moved any. No, this one looks pretty stable. That's good. It's annoying to have necks that are always moving. All right. Oh, I never cleaned out. I saw a little bit of crud in there. Here, let's get some of that crud out of there. I should have cleaned that first. Oh well. That's okay. There's always next time. There. Now it's clean. Excellent. So, let's cut our nut slots properly. That one's okay. I'm going to say our B string is high. Our E string is, that was probably what was buzzing if they raised it up before. Because that one is accurate. B, too tall. A little more. Probably don't need that all the way up, do I? And I know, Stumac makes a thing. There we go, that one's good. Our 16, this 16 file's so worn, it's so... Takes a little longer. Takes a little longer than most. This is probably my oldest file. They don't make a 12/16 anymore. Get on it, Stumac. It looks maybe a little more. That's good. And our D is okay. We got an okay D, but it could be better, right? There we go. That's good. And clean out these slots. They're not too bad, but time can make all the wound strings make grooves from the windings in the nut, and that's sometimes what holds up your tuning. So it's good to clean out your slot, just like cleaning off your nuts. That one's pretty good, but let's give it a pass through just to make sure. Just kind of lightly take, again, if there's any grooves, just kind of smoothing them out. Excellent. Get rid of the dust. And we're pretty centered. Cool. So now what we're going to do, here you guys can, let me zoom in on this area so you can see what's going on. We're going to just put in a little, there we go. All right. we're doing, whoops, getting our super glue pipette thing. Make sure it's not clogged. It's not. Good. And we are just going to put a little bit there, and it'll work its magic. That's it. That's all you need to do. What we're also going to do, because this side, this nut had some finish on it that's since flaked off, so it made a kind of ridge there. You can feel the edge of the binding. We are going to get us some medium and just kind of fill that space. This one clogged again. Boy, this needs a new nozzle. Of course, now I've made this extra messy. Here, let's just do this. Since I know there's some super glue in that tip, we're just going to dip our tool. I'm going to dip our tool in it and just apply it like that. I'm just going to pull it down to the edges. It will fill in. Super glue is pretty self-leveling, so fill in any. There's some chips there. It'll just make the whole transition feel better, right? Hit it with a little accelerator. Let that sit for a few seconds. Wipe off our tool. This is my Allen wrench / glue nozzle cleaner. Multi-purpose tools. And we'll hit this side just in case any of that thin super glue decide to come out that end. It'll just dry. I don't think it would. I don't think it's going to. Yeah, see, this edge pretty flush. Still got the finish on there a little bit, so we don't even need to mess with this side. That's better. That's much betterer. And I might hit it with a file just a little bit, and then just some light sanding. Because we're not trying to make it look perfect. We're just making it feel perfect, or as close as we can get. It's not going to be perfect until it gets new frets, but it's a lot better. It's good. This is some 1000 grit here, so we'll just give that a quick little. There we go. Much better. You guys see all that? Hopefully, I don't know. Let's swing back out. There we go. Okay, now do some intonation action. A little flat. Ooh. Come on. See, I can. Good thing I lube those. Lube makes everything better. Trust me. Got it. All right, so just I've done this a bunch of times. This will be next. About. Oh, come on, turn. This one will be about there. This one will be about around there. That could be close, but we're going to move forward a little bit. Oh, that's way flat. Yep, come on. Who's dinging me? All right, and this one probably around there. Let's see how close we got. I'm going to stretch our strings again. Those tuners are getting a little jumpy. It's not the nut, it's the old tuners. I think half of these have been changed already. So these three feel better than these three. Let's see which three are which. The old ones. These are the vintage Grovers with the stamped on USA on the very back. They're valuable, but they do wear out eventually. Okay, let's see. Back to the. All right, check that one. A little more, a little more. Boy, that action is pretty low on the high side there. We're gonna have to take that up. We're gonna have to go up a little bit. I went too low. Again, this board is not perfect. Still pretty low. So again, we're not jacking the action up or anything. Look at this. We got. It's at the 12. I'm gonna call that 1.5 mil and 1 3/4 on that side. So we're still plenty low. Can we bend? Yeah, see, it still can come up a little bit because it's starting to wink out. That's good. Got it. Just a hair flat. A little more, like that much. All right, so maybe that much. Got it. A little more. I guess I was a little flat across the board. We're close. That's definitely going to come forward then. More and more. There it is. Still a little flat. There it is. Same, a little flat. Nice. All right, we are in. I was gonna put the pick guard back on it, but man, that's ugly. It was on it, I think, but ugh. All right, well, maybe do I have one? Let me see if I have a P90 guard kicking around. I'll see when we're done with this. Almost time for the shop to people start showing up, so I'll finish this up. And if I find one, I'll add pictures because I'd have to go look for it. Another stretch. Okay. Now, you guys want to see me do the typical fret check thing? Play it for a little bit. All right. Is that good? You see, kinda? A little more. Better? All right. You know, that's a good sounding pickup. Very Telecaster-like. Both together. And the neck. That's the original. This is a replacement. I actually like that combination. having played Gibson Minis before, often the bridge is so much quieter than the neck. This one must be overwound. Cool, it's a nice match. I'd still put P90s in it. It's a little plinky. It definitely, again, the board's doing this at the end. We're gonna bring it up just a touch, just a little bit more, just so it doesn't plink out. It's annoying when that does that. These frets are right down to the height of the whole fretless wonder type of thing. I mean, my file couldn't even go any lower now if it wanted to. I usually set my setups low and then bring them up anyway. I like to see where the floor actually is. You know what I mean? Oh, this is gonna move for a while, huh? Alright, we should probably hear that with some crunch, right? Alright, let me fire up the amp. Or the distortion side. Ready? Time for the awesome side of a Cube 30. What do we got on? We don't need... That's kind of a... Let's put it on a crunch. That's like a gain. There we go. Yeah, that'll do, donkey. That'll do. I think that's it. I think we're good. We're gonna put the where's the truss rod cover? There it is. Deluxe. All right, truss rod screws. Where are truss rod? There they are. And then we'll button up the back. We'll call this good to go. I definitely wouldn't mind playing a gig on this guitar. We're gonna need that again. Unplug. Another view of my soldering I did yesterday or a day before, whenever it was. Nice and neat. I always try to make it look as clean as possible. Right? Where is back player's back plate? Always do that. Always do that. All right, I think we were missing a couple screws from there, weren't we? If I remember right. So let's put in the two that we have, and then we'll find a couple that I'm sure I have kicking around on the bench in my useful screw pile. Useful stuff pile. People pick on me, or I'm gonna clean up your bench. Here, there it is. See? Zoom right in. Yep, there it is. And so many times, go in here, find, there's one, Gibson size, and another one. See if we can find ones that are a little dirtier looking so they match. Alright, I'm not gonna look too long, but you don't want things too shiny. Oh, there we go. That one looks, yep, here we are. More appropriate. It's not quite as gross as the other two, but it definitely doesn't look new. And that's why I keep a pile of screws on my bench. Oh, you're not even seeing what I'm doing. Here, swing out. There we go. You were just staring at my screws. There we are. All right. I'm going to say we're done. I'm going to try to find this guy a better looking pickguard than that. Yeah, that's it. Deluxe back in action. And thanks for watching. Do all the YouTube things, share, subscribe, like, all that fun stuff. Doesn't cost you anything. Seriously, all you have to do is go in your phone. Just that. Just You handle that? Anyway, we'll see you guys later. Thanks. See ya.